Hey guys, it's Kyle. What's up? Today we're gonna talk about Amazing Spider-Man again. But just give me a second, I need to get something. Oh, what's crack-a-lackin', Kyle? It's Kyle. Here we go again. I may have just drinking 5 bings, but I will be good because energy drinks are life. Okay, let's get on with it. You know, they never really tell you, how you gonna feel after you drink, like, 5? Or was it 6? I think it was 12. 12 energy drinks? Maybe. Maybe not. Yeah, oh god. Let's get on with the video. I'll be right back. Okay, I think I'm better, Kyle. you know, just stole some catnip from my brother's room, and I think I'm all ready and I'm hyped. I'm ready to go. I am ready. So let's talk about the Amazing Spider-Man again. So, last week, or was it last week? I don't really know. I don't remember time, but I talked about the Amazing Spider-Man, and, it was kind of a rushed video because I was just in my brother's room and just kind of like making the video, but then he interrupted me, and I only had limited time to edit it too, so it was kind of bad. But this week, guess what, guys? He got me my own PC. Well, granted, it was only like he got it from eBay for like $25, so it's pretty crap, but I think it's gonna work for what I want to use it for, so hopefully it does. Yeah, that catnip's wearing off now. Or maybe it's just taking more effect. Okay, let's just get on with the video then. So, yeah, the Amazing Spider-Man. I brought up a few points last time, which, number one was Andrew Garfield, and then number two was Uncle Ben. And then there's just, like, how, like, it's genuinely unliked, but the good thing about that is, there's many people who are like, I'm not going to take the opinions of others, so I'm just going to watch the movie for myself. And I think some people might just think it's a good movie off of that. So, I'm going to raise some more points today and kind of show you the perfect parts, or the amazing parts of the Amazing Spider-Man. Okay, I think that was a long enough intro. We should get to 10 minutes now. Wait, is the mic still on? Oh, okay, so I guess you could call this point 4. So point 4, the visual style. This is different than, like, any movie, any Spider-Man movie, I may say. The visual style is just so much different than any Spider-Man movie that we've seen. And I think that's what's so cool about it, is that, like, it's kind of got this dark and gloomy look, but we really haven't seen that anytime since. We kind of got this nice, like, comic, nice, like, sunny look with the Raimi films, and now we just have the classic MCU look with the MCU Spider-Man films, but the Amazing Spider-Man films were these, like, on the edge of being, like, a doom and gloom movie, but it still had those, like, lighting scenes that, was still kind of, they looked uplifting and they looked, like, prosperous, and I'm just taking words out of nowhere right now, but let's get on to the next point. Boom, 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 point 5. Yes, point 5. So, what is point 5? Well, point 5 is that it never had a sequel. I mean, a sequel might mess up everything that it set up, because, it did set up some things, but at least it didn't have, like, anything with his parents that was kind of setting up something where they could have lived, like, if you're, like, a plane's falling out of the sky and it's gonna crash somewhere, you could probably survive that. But, luckily there's never been a sequel with that as the intro, so I think that we're doing all good with The Amazing Spider-Man. It's a nice solo film. It's... What? What, Pup? There's a sequel? What? What? You... The... Point 6. Spider-Man is a skateboarder. This is cool as heck. But, you can't make him a sport guy, because then he's gotta be like Flash's friend, or he's just gotta be really sucky at sports. Some Spider-Man media, like Spectacular Spider-Man, has taken, like, has tried to put him in, like, football and stuff like that, but I mean, it doesn't do it permanently. It's more of an episode thing, and Spider-Man kind of is like, I want to do what's best for my friends, so I'm going to quit the team so Harry can be on football. And I think that's cool. But, they don't even have to deal with any of that here. They give him his own sport. And he seems to be, like, the only, like, type of guy, like, only skateboarder in his whole school. Like, honestly, that's my only criticism. I think it would have been better to just, like, have him with a group of guys just skateboarding around the high school, soon to get in trouble. Okay, what point are we on? Point six? Okay, point six. It came out during the time of the Avengers, which I assume, here's the thing, I've never seen the Avengers. Really, The Amazing Spider-Man is the only movie I've ever seen. But, I assume he's in the Avengers, and if he is, even just for a brief cameo, that makes this movie, like, 1,000 times better. I may just be betting all my money on something that didn't actually happen, but, eventually, I'll get out of this house and I'll buy myself a DVD player. If Pop ever lets me out of this house. Point 7! Yes, what? Point 7. Okay. He's got mechanical web shooters, guys. Like Sam Raimi's Spider-Man. Honestly, pretty good. From what I've heard, never seen it, like I've told you, but, biggest complaint I've heard, or biggest complaint I have, because I've seen the costume, I've seen, like, posters hung up in Pop's room. Where the hell are the web shooters? An Amazing Spider-Man has that, like, yes, web shooters, like, I think it adds a little bit of challenge to Spider-Man, because now he's got to worry, like, what if I run out of web stuff? Okay, where are we now? Point 8. Point 8. The costume. I feel like some people say, like, oh, Spider-Man's costume should not be changed. And I've heard some people say that his costume looks like a goddamn basketball. What the hell are you talking about? You should be put in the pound. Like, what are you talking about? You're like, oh, you are the bane of my existence. This is the best costume ever. I don't care that the hands are all weird. I think that looks cool. I don't know about you, but it looks cool. Sorry, I got a little heated there. Point 9? Are we on point 9? I don't know. Point 9. The heckin' symbol. It's cool, like, like, Spectacular Spider-Man, that's got a pretty cool logo, but, like, what's even better? The Amazing Spider-Man one, and, the Sam Raimi Spider-Man films, what is even that logo? Like, you gotta look at Amazing Spider-Man, boys. Like, that's what's so much better. Like, don't you know? That's so much better. Like, I'm going insane. What are we even at this point? Point 12? Let's just go point 12. Okay, point 12. The lizard is in it. I don't know what you think, but personally, I think the lizard is the best villain ever. And can you go away? Voice crack! Okay. Yes, but the lizard is awesome. Like, I feel like some people just, like, act like the lizard, especially in this movie, is, like, here just to turn everybody into lizards, but I don't see it that way. You know, he's trying to advance society. He's trying to make it so people don't die. You know, he knows that he'll get his arm back, but he also doesn't want people to die. He doesn't want himself to die. So he's like, hey, turn everybody into lizards, and then they'll all be fine. And that's great, you know? That's why I love Dr. Connors in this movie. And, like, you know, he even did vlogs before they were really popular. Like, you know, maybe that's more of a video diary, but whatever you call it, you know, it's like a cup of tea. Whatever you call it. You know, you might call it... Does tea have another name? Once again, I'm pulling stuff out of thin air. You know how I said this one was going to be way more structured? Yeah. I think I lied. I just need a sip of this Bing. There we go. Okay. I think I'm ready. Let's go. Go on. Not again. You know, they never tell you. Wait, did I do that gag? Okay, never mind. No more Bing gags this episode. Yeah, okay. Let's get to the next point. What's the next point? Point, like, 20? I think we're on point 20, right? Hopefully. You know, nothing was involved with, like, anything MCU. Because even if he made a cameo in Avengers, you know, it was never talked about in Amazing Spider-Man. So it's kind of something where, you know, since at least I thought there wasn't a sequel. Hopefully there's an MCU stuff in the sequel. Because if there is, this whole franchise is ruined for me. And I didn't even think it was a franchise. I thought it was a goddamn solo movie. But then, you know, Pop gotta come over here and drop this bomb on me. I'm sorry, guys. You know, I know I said this is going to be, like, more structured than the last video, but I'm having a feeling that this is way less structured. You know, I'm just nervous. You know, this is my second video. If people don't like it, if people think it's stupid, people think it's bad, people think I'm talk too slow, like goddamn Pop said in the comments last time, I don't know what I'm gonna do, because this is how I talk. You know, Bing's wiped me out in like 1.3 seconds. So, I guess I'm just gonna end the video here. Maybe we'll make a part 3. You know, let's get to 100 likes and I'll do a part 3. Otherwise than that, guys, thanks for watching and have a good night, Kyle.